everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Travel with Rick. Wow, you guys came back. They came back, sweetie.
They did. They love your show.
This is our bonus episode, though. We don't really have a marketplace to talk about or anything. We talked about them all the way from craft beers. You were on the very first one to Ken wrapped us up yesterday in Canada.
Wow.
And that was a little bit of a long episode, but it was nighttime. It was the last one, and Ken and I talked for a little while.
Yeah, they're always great with Ken.
I love Ken.
Yeah,
I love all of our guests coming out. So that's probably the first thing that we should do before we get into the lanyard and what we're doing here with the bonus episode is thank all of our guests.
Oh, I know. You had a lot of guests.
Had a lot of great people. Yeah, usual suspects came by. We missed a few who normally are there or sometimes are there but couldn't be there this year. So you guys know who you are. We really missed you. But the ones that could come out, John and Tony and Mark and of course Amanda. You always love hanging out and drinking beer with Amanda.
Yeah.
And then Lisa Wilk, who we
know
know through Amanda.
Yeah.
Gave us some great insight on food and wine and pairings and wine and beer and everything. And of course Ken, you mentioned Ken, always great coming out, with Ken and hanging out and talking about wine and talking about Rhino Wine Gear and what they do over there. So we appreciate all they do to help, all he does to help. Of course, getting me in shape as he does. We joke about that. Get in shape episode, but I like that. And thanks to you. I mean, without you and Kingdom Magic and all that those guys do over there, this probably wouldn't be possible for us to do. So because of a generous grant, which we'll talk about more a little bit later, we're able to go out and do Food and Wine Festival, right?
Yes.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your generous grant.
And your time for your show.
Yeah. It's always a blast. Yeah, we had a great time this year. You got to be in a lot more episodes this year, but we had to kind of plan it out. You're only there for a day, but in that day, we knocked all your episodes out, right? We started, as I mentioned, with craft.
Yes.
And then we ran through Farm Fresh, and you wanted to do Hawaii this year. That was your request.
Yeah, I wanted to try that. I guess there was something special there. It seems like a whirlwind ago, but
I know. It was over a month ago. We started mid-September filming.
Yeah, it was very good. I enjoyed all the episodes I did do.
And then right after that, you took off to Maine, and I stayed in Orlando and did the Food and Wine episodes for you guys and hung out with the guests, and you went to Maine and hung out there. And then we had a hurricane.
You did. You had to deal with that.
We blew through a hurricane. We were afraid we were going to lose power. Fortunately, we had most of the shows filmed.
Yeah.
We had everything pretty much in the can, but we had a lot of editing to do this year.
Yeah.
I mean, every year. There's always a lot of editing to do every year. 31 shows, 32 shows counting this one. And we were just crossing our fingers and putting up storm shutters and hoping the power stayed on and hoping we had internet so we could upload to YouTube and we could post and everything. And fortunately, we only lost power for about 10 hours.
Yeah, that was good.
And everything was good. That was here in Florida. A lot of our friends in Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina, they got hit a lot harder and got a lot more rain and stuff than we did. So Hurricane Matthew was a challenge this year for Food and Wine. He was an unexpected dinner guest.
Yeah, unwelcome guest.
A very unwelcome guest. So anyway, thanks for you guys watching, and everybody came in on Facebook and were very concerned about how we were doing and everything. We made it through. Made it through another hurricane in Florida. So, but yeah, you were on a lot of episodes this year. You made it out for 5, so I was really glad for that.
Yeah.
Anything that you really enjoyed? Any food you think about? Any of the beer? I know you really like the beers and always help me out with that, right?
I do like the beer. I'm not a very big beer aficionado, but I do enjoy drinking beer, and I do enjoy trying the different types of beer.
Right.
Even wherever we travel, I like to indulge in the local beers.
You try the local beers.
Yes.
I remember that even in Germany, because when we were in Germany, every little village seemed like it may not have had a major store. It may have just had a little castle, but they had their own beer there, right? They had a local beer for that little village that you could find there. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they had a beer garden somewhere.
And you tried the pork belly again. You're not really.
Yeah,
I can't get you to be a big fan
of that.
But we'll talk about some of our favorite things, but that pork belly.
You always
from
like
Brazil.
So that's all that matters.
That's it's always our top. I really enjoyed the buttered chicken this year from Africa. I thought it was just really, really tasty. Maybe it was the day or the time or whatever we were doing, but I really enjoyed that. And then the spicy sushi roll from Japan, always good. That's a great portion. It's a great roll. Something that I was really surprised about was the galabki from Poland, which is a pork stuffed cabbage.
Okay.
Basically, it's like a cabbage roll.
Okay.
With like a spicy, not spicy, but with a pork stuffed inside of it. Kind of like a stuffed pepper, except stuffed cabbage. It's really good.
Okay.
It was really, really tasty. The grouper from Islands of the Caribbean, new marketplace this year, and I just thought that grouper was just amazing. Really, really liked it. And of course, I mentioned the pork belly. And I have to say, if I did pick a favorite thing from the Food and Wine Festival this year, that pork belly with black beans, and it was
wow,
it was good stuff.
And what country was the pork belly from again?
From Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah. So it had a nice little, like a salsa, like a salsa verde, not a salsa verde, like a pico de gallo kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, it was really good on top of it.
Okay.
And speaking of on top of it, we got to give a big mention to the kimchi.
I know you love that.
I mean, of all things at the Food and Wine Festival, you know I'm going to find a hot dog. You know, meat and tube form, Travis Tenney. You know, we always got a joke about that. But that is a rockin' hot dog, and now it's full size. And it is officially at a marketplace at the Cool Outpost, so you can see all about that. I think that was the middle of the month, right around 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there.
Okay.
But check that out. And by the way, if you did miss any of our daily episodes, of course, they're all on the blog at travelwithrick.com. We set up a playlist for you on YouTube, so you can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/travelwithrick, and just look for the 2016 Epcot playlist, and they're all right there, all 31 now. 32 episodes are there for you. Cool. With our little bonus episode. But the reason we're having a bonus episode, baby, is to talk about this lanyard here that we wore around all festival long.
Nice.
This is one, again, from the generous grant that we got from Kingdom Magic. We loaded $200 on this gift card. It's a special gift card that they put out every year for the festival. Started last year. This is the second year they've been doing it. Last year it was a red lanyard and a red kind of card. And this year, if you put $200 on this special card, you will get this commemorative lanyard that says Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival 2016.
Yep.
So, which is a very nice little keepsake. Well, we went through a couple of these, again, thanks to our generous gift, and we thought, well, since I don't really need them all, that we would just give one away to some lucky person that follows along. And I kept one in the plastic. Again, there's no gift card included. Sorry. Yeah, we kind of went through that. We used that all up.
I could use
but
that.
we do have a brand new lanyard for you. I didn't sweat on it or anything. Left it
It's
new
all
in the
sanitary.
package. Yeah, because it gets hot out there.
Yeah, it is.
Really, and I'm a sweater.
And you are a sweater,
We
yeah.
all know that. But, you know, that's all good. But anyway, we did keep one in the plastic. So what we're going to do afterwards, there'll be a link below this, and you can just go to our website, travelwithrick.com/Epcot 2016. And there's a link below. Just follow that. Go there. Give us your name and your email, and you have to answer our question.
Oh, we
which
got a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So of all the marketplaces, there were 31 that we reviewed. Of
Okay.
all the marketplaces, how many of the official pairings, now that's the sommelier pairings, not anything that we made up, anything that we said, hey, this would be good with this. At every marketplace, there is an official pairing by the sommeliers, and it's on the placard board. What I want you to do is go through and find out how many were food and wine and how many were food and beer. Because this year, so many of the marketplaces had a beer as their featured pairing. And so they're coming out with a lot more beer stuff. And we just thought it would be interesting. We already know the number. If you follow along, you may have noticed this year we did our blog posts even a little differently. Normally we just post video with a short description. This year we posted pictures of all the food. We told you who was playing at the Epcot
Summer, what's it called?
clip. We told you who was playing at the Eat to the Beat concert series, and we also gave you a little bit more information on who our host was, our guest host was for that day. Gave you their Twitter account and linked up their website. So it was a little different. So you can go through that blog post and see that pairing board, see the menu board. Now there were a couple of booths that we didn't get them for. Craft beers, I don't think had one. And there was another, maybe Block and Hans, because they only had 2 wines there. So the ones that we did, I'm saying there was probably 29. Count them up, you know. And then in that box, in the comment box, just tell me how many were food and how many were wine. We'll put you into a drawing, and you can win my little lanyard right there.
Yeah,
so we'll run it till Thanksgiving Day, and then we'll take the form down. So if you're watching this video after Thanksgiving Day, know that we've already given this away. Hope you enjoyed the videos. If you like Epcot Food and Wine Festival, go back and watch our 31 videos on it, right? We got some amazing stuff over there.
Yeah.
Speaking of our videos, one thing I did want to mention is we had a lot of great comments on the blog. We had a lot of great comments on iTunes. Wanted to let you guys know this year, you know, we mentioned at the beginning, we did have to film it pretty fast,
yes,
right? We did
yes.
have a tight schedule, and then, as I said, with the hurricane and whatnot, we did have a tight schedule. It's pretty tough getting everybody together, getting everybody out. Finding a camera person, it's like usually it's just a group of us going around. It's like, okay, you be in the episode and you hold the camera. And we just didn't have that many people this year. We just were in a rush to do it. So what we ended up doing was filming without a camera person, just kind of old school travel with Rick. We did everything on my iPhone. No big bulky camera this year. We just set up my iPhone on a little mini tripod, thanks to Mark Bigby. He kind of told me about this little tip here. Look at this little thing. It's a little tiny little tripod there, just made just for an iPhone. But one of the problems with this we found early on is it kind of pointed up at us a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed.
So some folks didn't really care for the angle.
Okay.
You know, but we did our very best to bring you the footage and talk about the food and bring you out great guests and do what we do there. So we hope if, you know, if maybe the camera angles or the lighting wasn't exactly perfect for what we've had in the past, it was what we needed to do this year.
Yeah.
And as always, we enjoy, look how tiny that thing folds up. It just fits in your pocket, so cool. And that was the other thing too. I really wanted everything to be able to fit in my pockets this year because we were on a tight schedule, a small crew, you know, that we just kind of went out. I just stuffed everything in my cargo shorts, had a small mic and a small stand, and that's what we did. So we hope you enjoyed what we brought to you this year. We try hard every year to, you know, not bring you the most comprehensive, we're not food critics. We love food. We love food and wine. And so we really just tell you about what we like and what we're trying, right? And so that's what we try to do. So we hope you enjoy what we did. And we always try to do a good job at it, right? We do the best we can in the situation we find ourselves in. Exactly. And you know, things are getting different too. I mean, people are moving faster, carrying less, hopefully, and trying to do more, you know, on a small footprint, which was our deal this year, right?
Yes, it was. I think it's a good idea.
I think so. So. All right, so another thanks, speaking of crew and whatnot, I want to give John a thanks for the nice little opening and exit that he did this year. We kind of tightened those down. That was another thing that was mentioned, except maybe the Canada episode. We tried to keep our episodes under 10 minutes. I think most of them fell in that. We had a couple that were 12 or 13. Sometimes we went on a bit about the food or wine or just what was going on. Okay. But we tried to make them shorter this year, more concise. That's why we shortened the opening and shortened the close, thanks to John helping us out with that, you know, and all that he does over there. He did a great job on the graphics and all that stuff. Yes. So we really appreciate that. And I think that's about going to cover it, right? Yeah. That's our Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. Well, follow the link below. Get your name and your vote, your guess, your pick for how many food booths and how many wine pairings and how many beer pairings there were. And if you missed any episodes, go and check them out. And other than that, baby, thanks for letting me go to Food and Wine this year. I had a blast. I hope you guys had a blast with us, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Travel with Rick. So long, everybody.
Bye.